Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here's Arch to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Longhorn! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead.
And listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Off the play fake on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Texas. How about this defense taking one back to the house? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, man.
Offense comes out ready to go to work. Quickly trailing by 2 touchdowns, down 21-7, and really important to get something out of this drive. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. The give running right, Brown. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice game.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. And this guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Throwing, Mensah. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. All down at the 18-yard line. A solid return after that interception.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he ran away defense steps. Welcome to the big house, Michigan Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Takes the handoff. It Smothers. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Manning. The screen, he can go. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Caught behind the line. It's Townsend. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Back to throw, it's Manning. They've got the screen set up. Past the 45. Makes a grab and room to run. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
This running back is so dangerous. He's going to hurt you running the ball, but they find creative ways to get him the ball in the passing game as well. Beautiful job setting up the screen. He was acting as if he was blocking, let the defender run right by him, and then he made magic happen after he had the ball in his hands.
Got a little grip, got some room, headed to the goal line, and he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! You take advantage of tendencies when you set that opening script, and man, their film study showed up there.
I think the offensive coordinator, it's almost as if he knew what the defense was going to be playing. He knew the personnel. He knew the different looks and coverages and fronts that they were going to see. And that offense, they just chopped up yardage moving down the field to score in that opening series.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Running inside, it's Marshall. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Marshall. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, go get positive yardage.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. DB's right up on the receivers. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Marsh. Across the 35. Snags it and he's open. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Talk about aggressive play calling here offensively. Down close to the goal line. On first down, you try to throw it. It goes incomplete. Second down, you try to throw it again. And now you get sacked, so you're almost forced now to have to do it on third down, too. Whatever happened to just running the football down the goal line and just trusting your offensive line and trusting the ball carrier to find a way?
I know their whole deal is being aggressive, but I'm not sure this is the right time for that.
Man, I'm staying aggressive. I believe in my offense. I know I need points. You know, field goals, it's not going to be good enough. Go for it.
Here comes the Texas offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the offense goes toss play, but guys, they do it running into the boundary where there's just not a lot of space and room to work for the running back. He had nowhere to go, and he got tackled for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He'll run it again. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy, man. He is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket, and when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Smashes through the tackle. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Marshall. There he goes. The 20. He's at the touchdown. Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Arch is going to throw for it. Here comes the heat. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. A give to Brown. out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Makes the grab in their space. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They're down to one timeout left in the half. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. A designed run for the quarterback. It's a fumble. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quarterback keeps it. It's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Again, it's Brown. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Now here's Manning. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He goes down immediately, but boy, he knew where he was on the field, just enough to pick up the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. First and 15 here. Arch Madness. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. Knocked off his feet. And the Longhorns want to crank the tempo.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So a drive there of 82 yards, and he finished it with a scintillating 28-yarder to the house. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Rides the option, he keeps it. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down. Racing down the left side. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out in the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman, picking up a massive gain for this offense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Complete to the left. Touchdown, Wolverines! Once he got some room, it was over. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good to finish things off.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you give...
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Smothers. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Keep it on the ground. Finding some room. And the ball's on the ground. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
Oh, and it's a hit like that will absolutely light up the sideline, light up the stadium, change the momentum, and help you win a football game because that hit is what caused that fumble.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Underwood. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. to come up with the interception.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Gets the back moving. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Hand off for Brown. Makes it past the marker. Oh, he's got some space. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at the 43-yard line. The Longhorns just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. They'll move the wide receiver. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper came on a 34-yard jump to the end zone. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Takes the handoff. It's Marshall. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Out of the crowd, and now he's taking it the other way. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Firing to the right, complete. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. On the move. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Marsh. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Throwing, Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Takes a hit as he fires. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Pulls it and fires to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Longhorns want to move quickly. A give to Brown. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Offense changing the play. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
And I think this is going to be a focal point moving forward, man. Like stopping the run game. Like they continue to have success and have success now on this third down. They've got to find...
Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Texas. Texas fight and fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time for one final play in this half. On the direct snap, it's Marshall. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Mack has it. Maybe some room here. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. So that'll do it here in the first half. Stay tuned. Halftime is coming. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. So here comes the Michigan offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive. One
play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. The run inside. It's Marshall. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Listen, his team's obviously down in this game, but it's not his fault. I mean, this guy showed up to play. He's been churning out big play after big play. Already over 100 yards rushing in this game. He's carrying his weight. He needs his buddies around him now to pick up the slack a little bit and help get this team back in the game.
Nice football intelligence, understanding I'm not going to get to the quarterback. I'm not going to sack him. But if I get a mid up in the air, if I get one of those...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Underwood to throw for it on fourth. Plucks it out of the air. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. The Wolverines are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tap.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Well, I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. And now this defense is set up 4th.
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. 4th down, Underwood. He's got it, 1st down and more. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Turning it on. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
He's got him in the flat. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Here's Underwood to throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more aggressive I'm going to become. I'm going to take away the quick, easy stuff, and I'm going to blitz and bring pressure and put him on the quarterback and get him on the ground like you did right there.
Swings it out to the flat. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step 1. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step 1 accomplished.
And he's going to bring this one out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Longhorns head out, hoping to move the ball on this possession. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the lock. Caught, and he's got room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And how about it? It's not just the arm. We've seen that today where he's picked him apart, put up some yardage, put on some touchdowns. Also showing you he can do it with his puppies. Taking off, running, getting the first down. Nice scramble. He's shown you a little bit of everything today.
Here's Brown. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point is good. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Finds his big tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Working that left side now. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Underwood. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Floats it out in space. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again. And I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the 3rd quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Hand off for Brown. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. One more time, it's Brown. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a third and long. Again, it's Brown. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. They'll go with Brown. There's a crease. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Quarterback may change this route. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Makes the catch. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down?
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good. You're late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
It's complete to the left. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
4 wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the ground game. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Converts on 4th down, still going. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Finds his tight end.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Can't get him to the ground. They wrestle him down after a pickup of 11 yards on the play, and we've reached a 2-minute timeout. The Wolverines back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll send the back in motion. Underwood looking to the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. And the defense comes up with a sack, but I think that penalty flag is going to wipe it out. It's going to be a first down for the offense. Defense in the neutral zone. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe in the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
They'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Using his legs, it's Smothers. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Of their 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Fourth down, Manning. Unloads it left. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. Is still on his feet. Players there. Fourth down. You throw it. It was almost as if they said, finish him. And they did.
Yeah, you know, I think there's a lot of coaches out there that would have just punted that ball away on fourth down and decided to play defense and trust them to get his stop. But he believed in his quarterback to go out and execute. The quarterback came through.
And the Longhorns will try to run out the clock in the final minute. They want to run this quarterback. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.